are we like rolling now?
We are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, anytime.
Aloha Nō O Honolulu, I ka ua ku kalahale, kanukua o mamala, aua e nei mahope, kaumai ana mamua, kamaru a olele, kukui a mau, pio ole I ke kaua. Aloha Nō O Honolulu, I ka ua ku kalahale, kanukua o mamala, aua e nei mahope, kaumai ana mamua, kamarulu a olele, kukui a mau, pio ole I ke kauaula. Kamakakehau ku e huale. Spani there. Yes, Aloha Nō Honolulu, one of my favorite songs there.
Beautiful.
Good fun one.
Nice. Good. Yeah.
Mahalo. That
Good
felt
to have
good.
you, man.
Yeah, great to be here and jamming with y'all. My goodness. Thanks for having me, and I think it's an exciting time. We get to just share our music, and I don't know. I usually work best when you guys like ask me questions, maybe whatever it works. But
we start with awkward, pauses.
Yeah, yeah.
Work our way from there.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming down.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
You were talking about going on other podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
What did you go on this week?
I was on. I'll be going on Afro Aloha. That's coming up. That's another one. And then the, Aloha, Kikoa Pure Aloha with him. I've been working with him for a little bit. And AP Brand Hawaii.
Nice.
Aloha.
In this whole week, you just did.
Yeah,
5
yeah. See, I
podcasts.
can't even. Yes, I was just on with Kamakakehau not too long ago.
Do you know where you are right now?
I know. I'm trying to like. I have to like zoop it here, all the way from the east side. So yeah, gaining the bearings. But yeah, it's been great. You know, for me, it's all about just sharing the story, connecting with people. I think the biggest thing that most people, when I first started my career back in whatever year that was, people were kind of surprised because they saw Hawaiian, heard Hawaiian music coming out of my mouth. And so I feel like really right now, music, our world, everything that's going on right now, it's like super important for us to get messages out,
Yeah.
tell our stories, share our music, things like that. So
That's beautiful. What do you expand on that? Like what do you see as your message?
well, first of all, it's looking beyond the veil. I am physically an African American, and even by just saying African American these days, it's like, oh my God, well, actually, no, it's not. We're not even that, and there's all kinds of information everywhere. So it's like you didn't really even know what to be. But my story and my life, that's what I've learned, right? You only know what you know. Being raised on Maui since I was young, I've only been immersed in Hawaiian culture. So this is the story and the language that I continue to perpetuate. But I feel, and my hopes and philosophy is that when we can learn each other's culture and heritage, and it is music that brings us all together, right? But then we can learn to have a little bit more respect, and that's it. It's all aloha. That's what it should be. We're so fortunate to live here in Hawaii, where aloha is, the staple. It is the center of who we are as people in Hawaii. So,
Yeah, totally. I'd like to see that be kind of overseed whatever sort of current political views people have, and all those things.
I
yeah,
think just politics nowadays. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
just
But,
turn Facebook
yeah.
off and
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, things aren't always what they seem, and like to have some humility, is always a good thing.
For sure, goes a long way.
Talk more about your upbringing.
Yeah, so I was adopted from Little Rock, Arkansas. I was about 6 weeks old and was brought to the island of Maui. And this was really the dream of my mother. Unfortunately, she couldn't have children naturally, so that was the next avenue. And we as my cousins and I, we were actually a part of the Renaissance where the Hawaiian language and schools were starting to make a comeback. Because there was generations where Hawaiian language wasn't, they weren't able to speak their own language. And so being a part of that foundation and that root, as I got older, I realized, or discovered, I should say, that I love singing. I mean, music was always around in school. We were singing songs to revitalize the islands, whether we're speaking about the mountains or the people, songs like Kalei and Apua, all of those songs, and chanting. And really, actually, when I say chanting, that's how I started. I was never really like a full-blown singer. It was all chanting. And so once I got to high school, this is when I was introduced to brown bags, to stardom, and Star Quest, and all of those things. And I was lucky enough to be a part of that because my grades was up at that time. Now, that was a miracle in itself. But ever since that exposure, I guess I started finding interest in wanting to pursue that and pursue music, and met several people along the way. I never really had like training in school kind music. It was just all
local style.
Yeah,
Just
Kind of
jam
kapila,
with people
right?
and learn
Like most of
whatever
us.
Watch and follow.
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And Hawaiian music was never a thing. It was just we were in the stairwells jamming. It was Hawaiian music, Tree Plus, all of that.
I remember those days.
Yeah.
That's cool, yeah.
It's 90s.
With the reverb and the.
And right in the stairwell. Yeah. So and the rest, I say the rest became history. found out falsetto was a thing, and I always, when I say this, it just sounds so corny, but I just stretched and I did that yodel, and my friend heard, she's like, "Oh my God, what was that? Sounded kind of good." And I'm like, "I'm just stretching, you know, I don't know what she's talking about." But anyway, one thing led to the next. My teacher was like, "Oh, you should tap into Hawaiian music. Figure that out. That'll just blow people away." You got this black man singing Hawaiian music. I mean, if you've come from Hawaii, you don't see that, right? I have so many friends that, you know, they'll say, you know, "I don't see you as a black man, but the rest of the world does." You know, it's a reality. I mean, it is the reality. So, anyway.
No, it's funny because you're probably more Hawaiian than most.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. You know, I never walk around, you know, I mean, I'm very prideful that and honored that I get to carry such a tradition. But, you know, I mean, you know, other people will see what they see. But all I can do is just go out there and, you know, try and make people happy through music and sharing.
I think,
That's what
yeah,
it's about,
I think people will see it as a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to mix in another song for the people?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, let's. I got into song composition. So this is a song I wrote for Molokai, and this is actually kind of where it started, the journey of really going into falsetto and Hawaiian music. And so we went to several different places. Actually, I got to tell this story because we were on Molokai for the Makahiki Festival. And it was funny because everybody, you know, after we were done, we had to hula, we had to chant and do all of these protocols. And everybody was like staring at me. And I'm like wondering, what are you staring at? You know, what's so different about me? And so I took that a little serious there. But I didn't realize later, when I was much younger, that there's just a lot of appreciation and a shock factor for sure. But we went to Halawa Valley on the east end, and then Pala'au, scenic lookout to Kalaupapa. You know this. Entitled the song Mele Nō Hina for all the mana wahine, my mother and all the grandmother and all of them in my life. So, yeah, here we go.
Sorry, the first, we were switching between, it's supposed to be A and that actually went to the.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
I heard it, but it all blended. It sounded.
Yeah, and by the way, I mean, it's not live, so if
It's-
you ever want to redo anything,
just let us
but,
know.
you know.
Okay, good, because I totally sang the second verse, third, and it's, yeah.
Yeah, we can do another take.
I love that. I love that kind of feel. And that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nostalgic kind of.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, it felt good. I don't know. Maybe you guys feel it. You know where it's at.
If you want us to
It
do
all
more
sounds
or less,
beautiful.
let us know.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's just awesome just to have y'all, you know, chiming in, because it gives it different from what it was recorded, you know.
Oh, cool.
So
Yeah.
gives
Yeah, you
people
guys need
some
to screw it up a little bit.
some color. Yeah. Like, yeah, really. So that note, really.
Didn't really. Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
But you're gonna
You're
do
boss,
it again,
so-
or
Huh?
you're gonna do it again?
Yeah, let's do it one more time, actually.
I'm trying not to do the same thing.
I want to try something actually this
Cool.
round,
Yeah.
because I just love what you're doing right now.
Oh, solid.
Because actually, it was recorded with just a guitar and a cajon.
Nice.
Yeah. So maybe give that intro and play
Just
it. Yeah.
okay.
And play it, like, give it that R&B feel like I just
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
experienced there.
Here we go.
Aia hoi I Molokai Kai ke o nā pua me lale Ma ka mai E hali ali a mai ne Aloha e hina Moloka inui a hina Aia halava Kaulana o Mo'oula kukalani I ke a lava E ho'owali I ka vai me ka muala Moloka inui a hina Aia I pala au Ka wahi kapu o ka leo o Nana hoa olu olu mai Ka hui hui Ei kei hoia Ka lau papa Hey. Moloka inui a hina Haina ia mai ana kapuana e Aloha e hina Moloka inui a hina That's what Haina ia mai hana kapuana e yeah. Aloha e hina Moloka inui a hina Beautiful. Thank you.
Like
you.
that. Oh,
yeah, you know.
I love
Change
that.
it up. Make it
Like
what it
having
is.
these
Feel
two,
the
too,
moment.
like backing band for people to come in because it's like collaborating with people.
Yeah.
Makes it
Absolutely.
unique.
I've played with like several different people, and everybody has a different take. Like Kapono na Ili Ili and I, we traveled quite different places, and he has his take, and he just goes for it. But yeah, have fun with it. Love it.
Last
Mahalo.
week we had Malie on, and she was talking about you were the one that pushed her to first sing Alika.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was kind of funny because, here in my mind, on the stage, in the moment, I'm thinking, this is Malia Limed, right? It's Seti Calvin's granddaughter, great-granddaughter, or great-great-granddaughter. So she would probably know it, but yeah, it was a good moment. I'm glad it happened. That's how it goes,
like,
right? I'm sure
she
most
didn't
of us
really know it. Got scolded by
Right, yeah,
like
she-
IE after. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how it goes. When you kani kapila, whether you're ready or not,
Yeah.
go for it, right?
Yeah.
What is it? Fire, ready,
Was it fire?
aim.
Yeah.
Fire, ready, fire, aim.
Ready, fire, aim. That's all I got.
Or not even ready, it's just fire. And then aim and
Throw them into the fire.
You learn, right? You learn as you go.
It must make you a proud uncle, though, to see her.
Definitely. I'm super proud of her success. And, you know, I used to actually teach at Kamakakehau, Hawaiian Language Immersion School. So that's when I first met her, and I first met her brother, Iosepa. And they were just always like the sweetest. Always would run up, aloha, anakala, you know. And never really knew that music may have been, you know, the angle, but I'm glad that she took that angle, and they're just doing wonderful things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely proud.
She's like carrying on the legacy and more.
Mm-hmm.
it's like his whole family
In her
is just
own way.
musical.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's awesome too. Afterwards, we were like hanging out with her, and she's showing us like
he's like, you've heard
Samoan
of,
metal, and
Tonka
just
or Samoan metal? I'm like,
yeah.
what?
Oh, there's Samoan metal.
Yeah, and some of her
Wow.
originals, like she showed, like were used in like house and
Okay.
you know, like dance music. She's like, I'm not even gonna put this out, but I was like, it's cool. I mean,
it was super cool.
yeah, she's so
Exploring,
talented.
different angles. And I feel that's so important too. Like even myself, like I've listened to Hawaiian music a lot, but I really get, you know, I get inspiration from everywhere. You know, from Usher to even Beyonce, even all these R&B well-known singers, Stevie Wonder, all of that, because I'm also discovering, you know, the style of my generation, not generation, but heritage, you know, the culture, the Black culture is just, you know, a lot of great influences.
Just now discovering that, I think we've all been hooked.
I know. It sounds weird, but I mean, I never really got involved with any kind of gospel music or really new R&B music until I met people who came from the continent. You know, that was
No, I just mean it's like
Yeah.
the music is so infectious that it.
you know,
kind of,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's so many out there. Yeah.
So, do you feel like you have yet to express some sort of fusion that you have inside of you?
Yeah. I've I've played around with some things, and I feel like I have a little south, you know, a little southern, you know, nest coming out. But
Nice.
I don't know if it's because I was around a lot of bluegrass. I helped go to Alaska. I helped a summer college out there, or a summer camp, which I mean, these kids out there, they can play like 4 or 5 different instruments. Mountain dulcimer was one of them. I'm like, oh, what? Have you guys heard of that?
Yeah. I've heard of dulcimer, but not a mountain.
Where was this?
This was in Alaska, Cordova, Alaska.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I mean,
They got bluegrass up there?
oh yeah,
Oh,
they're heavy,
Come on.
heavy on bluegrass. Yeah.
I thought they were just the image
Salmon.
of Alaska that I have is just salmon and
I thought they were
snow.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Just cold all
Even
day.
like Idaho, I went to Idaho
Potatoes, right?
last year. All I knew of Idaho was potatoes, but we went into like the Frank Church Wilderness and Salmon River and all of that. So, yeah. But anyway, Alaska music summer camp. So, I don't even have it like super solid yet, but. So I'm gonna just give a sample. So it's like, in 2025, I'm taking a stand. No more hate and no more fear. It won't go as planned. If you take a stand, you better take a seat. I won't let your darkness take over my street. No more tolerance, no more pain. Something like that. Like the summer rain. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Won't let your darkness take over my street.
I like that.
Yeah, you know, so stuff like that. You know, I've been playing around with that, and then I have
think
one.
people will love that one.
Yeah. And then I got there's another one that I kind of did on the Keep It Aloha podcast and with John Osorio and not Osorio but oh gosh, anyway, don't cut that part out. But
He's not gonna cut it out. No.
Oh gosh, drawing a blank anyway on his name, but I just was fooling around with see if I can remember it. Jesus, I was like during the pandemic, there was like all kinds of different vibes that are coming through. So
I feel like when you turn on cameras, like I lose like half of my memory. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, and I've been in front of a lot of cameras, but just today, I'm just like, ooh,
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's funny. It might come back a little later.
Well, I
It's
think
aloha in my veins.
I think you gotta explore.
Okay, I found it.
Here we go.
Okay. There we go. And I play very simple because there we go. There we go. I come from a land in the middle of the sea, and it's a place that many have thought of me not to be. Whether it's a language that I speak or the color of my skin, all I can say is it's aloha in my veins. Ooh yeah, it's aloha in my veins. Okay, aloha ki kule ana o kahi malihini. La 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 la, love is a host in strange lands. No matter where you come from, all that matters is that who you choose to be. It's aloha in my veins. Ooh, yeah. There it is. Go ahead. I think you guys are gonna be in the album. There we go. It's aloha in our veins. Ooh, yeah. Let's give a guitar. O nauna I ka hala me ka le hua, e halele wano ia na ka no. O kau no ia no I nei, e li anei o I o ka hiki mai, a hiki mai o kou hiki puno me ke aloha. Aloha e, aloha e, aloha e. Hey, it's aloha in our veins. It's a remix. Hey, when you get great musicians, that's probably the longest I've ever played that little.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That was cool.
That was nice.
Yeah, we're not like other podcasts. We got Corey and Kalei.
Right? Corey and Kalei in the house.
No,
That
that's
was
a
so
beautiful
good, man.
song.
That
Okay.
was fun.
Thank
So-
you.
You haven't recorded that yet?
No, not yet until right now.
Yeah, you got some good positive energy to put out there. Love it.
Yeah, that's the
You
hope.
just record it here, and then
No,
Andrew.
Right?
You
Right?
can go into real studios. It's
Yeah.
all good.
I
This is a
mean,
real studio.
this is. It is sad.
Talk about that chant that you went into.
So, I mean, that's known as the Oli Aloha. Just bringing aloha, bringing honor to the presence, the moment. It says, O naunai ka hala me ka lehua. The fragrance of the hala and lehua, or the composer at that time, created that in that moment, depending on their environment. I'm actually really just pulling out. That was just considered a traditional chant for me, but because it references aloha, it fell very pono for that. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Talk about this beautiful instrument that you got in your hands.
Yeah, so ko aloha ukulele. Ko aloha ukulele, this is their custom
6-string.
6-string, but today, or it's been 5 actually. I've been playing it as a 5-string, so sounds good though.
Did the high C break?
It was the high G. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You
Custom.
got a
Had a
low G
high
on
G.
there, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, got a low G. Yeah.
You don't
That
see a
sounds
lot of
super
Aloha 5-strings, but
right. But,
it looks like a mango, huh?
So yeah, and they stained it. They called it the cookies and cream
Nice.
because I love cookies and cream, and then the zebra wood for
Sick.
that heritage, of course, the koa, and then you got
The back is crazy.
yeah.
Wait, is the back? That's maple, right?
The back is
It's bolted.
no, this is koa.
No.
Oh, this
No,
part,
that's mahogany.
yeah, mahogany.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that does look like maple, yeah. Oh, it looks
Maybe.
like the top is mango and the back and sides are maple, maybe.
Or is that the tree?
Do you know?
Oh yeah, wait, sorry. This is koa. Yeah, mango and maple. Yes, because mango is another favorite of mine too. So, yes,
You first strummed the chord. I was like, whoa.
yes, and then African abalone here.
Nice.
Yeah.
How long? You had this for like a couple of years already.
Yeah, at least a year and a half, 2 years maybe. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm really grateful to the Okami family. I remember the first ko aloha ukulele I ever heard was played by Raiatea, and I was like, wow, it really sounds really nice. And I ended up getting one, or somebody let me borrow one, and then I had to give it back. And then I moved to Oahu, and our good friend Tracy LaRoche she's like, hey, I'm just wondering, I've been working with this ukulele group, and they were wondering if you would play a ko aloha ukulele. I'm like, she really didn't even have to finish a sentence. I said, yeah. I'm like, yeah. So anyway, I play all kinds of ukuleles, but it's been one of the favorites.
6-string works
power
so
to
well with that sort of
Yeah,
Hawaiian
and
strums,
Hawaiian falsetto, and then I
yeah.
do a lot of solo gigs too. So it kind of, if I don't
Fills
have
in
the
a
bass-
little bit.
Yeah.
Nice and full.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how would you teach some? I mean, first of all, like, do you think of strums as like different strums, different songs?
Yeah, there's like different patterns at times. Most times I just hear a beat, or feel it, and whatever sounds good. It's never pre-arranged. I'll just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I like I said, I never had any kind of musical training. It was just like
Around
go
all
with the
time.
kumahula and listen from the radio. Everything was by ear. But I think that it's probably just inside that.
Oh, come on! How do you? I guess you're not a teacher, so you just. I mean, when you're not taught, then it's hard to be a teacher. It's just coming out of you.
Well, I mean, that's a good point. But no, I do teach ukulele, but I keep it like super basic. That's what I know. You open, you know, real simple kind chordage.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to pick. But, I teach what I know, so.
Teach us a basic Hawaiian pattern.
Oh, God.
Putting you to work here. I don't know,
basic.
somebody's going to love it on the other end.
Yeah, well, okay, for those of you out there who are picking up ukulele for the first time, well, this is G7. Yeah. G7, C7, and F. I usually love to play most of my songs in that chord. And I just give it two down strums in G7, 2 down strums in C7, and 4 strums in F. Okay, let's do that together. And one more time. And we can do this to any song, any Hawaiian song. It's the typical vamp, right? Let's just do ehuli. Ehuli, ehuli mako, ehuli, ehuli mako, ko maka ko lima, ame ko kino. Sometimes I end up doing that fancy, but
There's a way to, cause then like there's like this flow that you, like not everybody can do it. There's a certain sound that you get, right?
for some reason I
this fluidity in the how the
and all my fingers are working, so I love that roll sound. And sometimes my hand will break. I guess give it a little break there. But
So are you like starting up with like going up with the thumb
yeah,
and then fan out with the rest of your fingers?
that's it. Yeah,
So it's like a one.
yeah. There's a fan. Yeah. Sometimes again, I don't really even know what I'm doing. It wasn't until I went to Japan where there's like, oh, Kamaka sound, upstroke. I'm like, upstroke. What is that? So they caught that. Those little things, nuances, yeah. And some songs I would do double, and it will change from time to time. But that all came a little later. The more I practiced on it, then
Nice. It's interesting because like we've talked about like how we learn here in the islands, and it has a lot to do with like listening, watching, and following, not necessarily breaking it down and like learning all the like why is this chord this that,
Right.
because when we're learning here, we're just following our family members, uncles, aunties, other musicians, and a lot of times, nobody really gets into the theoretical side.
Yeah, just put your finger over here.
Yeah,
No,
Sure.
but
what
it's
key are you in?
No, like
this
this.
key.
right. I don't even know the chord.
it can help to break it down though, and a lot of times, like, I mean, I've seen it with you too, Corey, where you have to like think about like, what am I actually doing?
Yeah.
But
There's a lot of
Try
that.
doing a workshop and try to teach that. It's hard.
well, I mean, that's part of what people are trying to figure out. So thank you all
It's
for
teamwork.
sharing.
Let me figure it out with you.
Yeah.
Well, what am I doing? Once I figure it out, I'll tell you.
How do you do that? It's like,
But we
how do I
haven't
do that?
we haven't figured
I
out.
don't know. I just do it.
We haven't really figured out to put it in a context where, like, if you're not from the islands, you will understand what we're saying. Because a lot of it has to do with just watch, feel, follow. you
Yes,
know?
yeah, and that is what I often say. I said, okay, well, go according to how you feel, right? Just feel the motion coming and
Exactly.
listen to.
That's how you teach feel, right? It's just like, don't worry about
I think
what
there's
the name of the chord is.
I think there's an art
Just
to
do
breaking
how I
it
do
down too, though.
Yeah.
It's just different people excel at different things. A lot of times, the best teachers are not the best players, right? But yeah.
You can be a chef and a good teacher. That makes sense.
I feel like we could
Gordon Ramsay.
we could talk and learn from you for many hours,
Oh
but
yeah.
I'm gonna maybe call it a night, and if you would bless us with one more on the way out.
Sure.
What key?
This one.
Doesn't matter. Just follow me.
What are we in? Yeah, I never. Gosh, there's so many. Let's do. I don't even know what I want to do. There's so much. How about Oh, I feel like this is slipping. 1 second. The heat, the warmth.
About 20% of our podcast is tuning.
Remember we had that one complaint. It's like, can you tell Kalei and Corey to stop tuning while you guys are talking? That was funny.
I don't remember.
Oh,
it.
sweet.
It's like,
There was a time
Kelly,
where
what?
they were like, Mika was doodling. They're like, it would be nice if Mika would stop doodling. Or
actually, yeah, I mean, there's something to say to that if people are having a conversation, but sometimes it can be nice, actually.
Yeah.
You just gotta
I like the ambiance.
if you want to set that, but then,
Yeah, like when you're telling, usually when I'm telling the story, sometimes I'll have, at a time, Kapono, Ili, and Will, Yokoyama was backing me up, and, they'll add those little, like, oh, yeah, I like that. Fills the space, fills the pockets, yeah.
The background music in like a documentary. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It can work.
Exactly. Here's one. We'll do in C. A gentle breeze upon my name. Oh, hali ali my ana. Sweet, never fading flower. I bloom, I kauka, o Paoakalani. I ke mau, I kanani o Napua. O kauka, o ulu hai malama a o lena hoi elike. Kalei ho Paoakalani. Me kupuai. Kalei ho Paoakalani. So no, I love those kind of
I tried to
like
do
that
the.
last innings.
I cut my thumbnail. So it didn't really work out. What song was that?
That's
I don't know a lot of Hawaiian music,
Paoakalani, a song by titled Paoakalani, which was written by Queen Lili Okalani.
Beautiful.
That was part of
is
it.
very
That was a part of it. Yeah, love that Mele.
It's a nice song. She wrote so many songs.
She wrote so many. And the last time I was on this side, I did sing that song. I was up the road at one of the churches up here. Yeah, so felt
Gorgeous.
that. Thank you.
Send me whatever links to put on the description, and then
Okay.
if you guys are watching this far, make sure you hit the like. I don't think you're hate watching at this point. Probably you like it, so just make sure that, and share your love in the comments. And thank you so much, Kamaka. That was incredible.
Awesome.
We love
Mahalo.
you. We love you guys. We'll see you soon. Aloha.
Appreciate it.